Let's continue. This is part 2 of mind mapping. So we already saw from a paragraph how you come down to the key points, so that when you're revising or just before the exam, it will definitely help you. Something like this. So you already know, you have already read the chapter or the paragraphs, and from here you can it is like a way of summarizing only in point. This is, you can retain this more. Okay, so just let us continue this. It's just a paragraph. There's nothing to by heart. Okay, it's more about understanding and how you make points from here. So a huge amount of research on skill acquisition has found that the skills developed by training and practice are very rarely generalized to other areas and are in fact very closely related to specific training. So there's a lot of this nowadays. You'll have soft skills. You must have heard the word of soft skills. Skill development. There are lots of institutes which have started this, so that there are people who are not interested in the typical, that traditional way like BA, BCom, BSc and all. You go in for specific skills. You go into only maybe robotics, only into diploma in some engineering. So these are all, and communication skills, personality development. So it is specific training given to them. It is certainly unhelpful and probably wrong, therefore, to talk about critical thinking skills. Critical thinking is an important part of most disciplines, and if you ask disciplinary experts to describe what they mean by critical thinking, you may well find considerable similarities in the responses of mathematicians and historians. The way you think critically will be different, in case of a mathematician or a historian. The temptation is then to think that they are describing the same thing, but they are not. The same is true for creativity. Creativity is not a single thing, but in fact a whole collection of similar but different processes. Creativity in mathematics is not the same as creativity in visual art. Visual arts means like painting, drawing, photography, etc. Okay. Now, creativity in mathematics is not the same as creativity in visual art. If a student decides to be creative in mathematics by deciding that 2 + 2 = 3, अभी मैथ्स का जो स्टूडेंट है, अगर उसे सोचते चलो मुझे थोड़ा क्रिएटिव अभी बनना है, तो मैं 2 + 2 को I will take it as 3. It will not work. So it's very silly. That is not being creative. It is just silly, since the student is no longer doing mathematics. Creativity involves being at the edge of a field but still being within it. So there are some rules to be followed even when you're being creative. So when you're painting something or you're drawing something, you are clicking some photographs, there it's okay, being creative. Now, similar arguments can be made for other 21st century skills such as problem solving, communication and learning how to learn. What is learning how to learn? यानी अगर हमको कुछ सीखना है तो उसका भी एक तरीका होता है, there's a way, so you have to learn how to learn. Similarly, there's something called learning how to unlearn. Like somewhere we stick to a particular way of doing, so first we need to unlearn that and then learn something new. Correct? Okay, so we are discussing about the 21st century skills. Okay, problem solving, communication and learning how to learn. Now there is some evidence that students who learn to work well with others in one setting may be more effective doing so in other settings. So some transfer is definitely possible. That means एक setting, like you are sitting in one class, you have a set of friends, then when you go to some other class you have a different set of friends. If you are able to adapt, अगर आप जल्दी mix कर सकते हो immediately, नए friends means a little extrovert. So अगर you are a person जो you can fit into any group, so that is very important today. Okay, then it will be more effective. However, the real important message from the research in this area is that if you want students to be creative in mathematics, you have to teach this in mathematics classrooms. If you want students to think critically in history, you have to teach this in history. Mastering disciplines, learning to communicate effectively, engaging civically in discussion and argument, these have been and should remain at the forefront of all education. The ancients talked about the importance of understanding what is true and what is not, what is beautiful and what is not worth lingering over, and what is good, in terms of being a worthy person, worker and citizen. These educational goals should be perennial. So perennial means always. Now from all this, whatever you read, 3 paragraphs, उसमें से हम लोग इतने, see, in this case the mind mapping will be something like this. 21st century skills, 4 main key points, and then you can write about this. Okay, solving problems, communication, learning how to learn, transfer of skill. The short answer is no, although they certainly can if they forget 2 important lessons. First, that if the maximum number of children are to be given the greatest possible chance of realizing their creative potential, schools need to provide rich and a broad curriculum that includes the so-called creative subjects, that are the visual and performing arts. तो बोलते अगर मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ चिल्ड्रन को हमको बेनिफिट देना है, क्योंकि व्हाट हैपेंस, बहुत सारे बच्चे क्लास में ऐसे होंगे जिनको दे डोंट वांट टू, they have taken up science, but they are not interested totally in becoming a doctor or engineer or anything related to science. Maybe they are also interested in music and dance and all. Okay, that is their passion, their hobby. So if you realize, the new educational policy is going to include all these subjects, right from I think 7th, 8th standard. It's going to be part of their curriculum. Creative subjects like visual, the ones are painting, drawing, sculpture, photography, architecture, all those things. Performing arts is where you're going to perform, you're going to sing, so music, dancing, theatre, acting. These are performing arts. So all this is going to be part of your curriculum in school itself. Okay. Now, so what is the forefront of all educational goals? See the different ways to do the mind mapping. It looks beautiful also. So mastering disciplines, learning to communicate effectively, engaging civically in discussion and argument. So do schools kill creativity? So like an argument, you can have a debate on it. Then what is true, what is beautiful, what is good. And second, that if they are serious about cultivating real creativity across the curriculum, they need to remember that creativity describes a whole collection of similar but different processes. In other words, they need to understand the central place of the disciplines in education and take them as a starting point in curriculum design. So when the schools, they design their curriculum, they have to consider many things. Okay? Written by Julian Astle. So you can go through this brainstorming. So explore new ideas and concepts. Then brainstorming tool, non-stop question answers asking. What is the meaning? I've underlined something called hierarchy here. See, explore new ideas and help students get a better understanding of new ideas by having them create a mind map. A mind map can assist in understanding because it conveys hierarchy and relationships, allowing students to see the big picture. For example, science students or even commerce students. Science students, if you remember, there is this list. Like, the hierarchy, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Similarly,